All right. So this is new. What's up, YouTube? I just want to ramble on about something. I felt like, I watched game 2 of the NBA Finals, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to ramble. So here's my microphone that I have. This is my room. It's my channel. I'm going to ramble about some stuff. First of all, Jimmy Butler, you come out on an interview and say, I need to do more. And what do? To be honest, you don't do anything. You do what you need to do. Okay, cool. You got more assists. Dope. You get 8 rebounds. Cool. Only put up 25 points. Didn't you just put up like 20 something points in the last game too? Like, I don't understand how you say you want to get the ball in your hand, and then there's a lot of plays where you just don't have the ball in your hand. You had a lot of assists in the first half, and then the second half you just went away. Like, I don't get how you can do that. Like, obviously, like, I get it. LeBron's probably guarding you. They have good defenders, but you're Jimmy Butler, and you are the superstar, whatever you want to call him, for the Heat, and you only score 25 points after you literally dropped 23, and you go online, you go on an interview, say you need to do more. You understand that your other All-Star, Bam Adebayo, is out, and your leading scorer, Goran Dragic, is out. I get it. You're not used to scoring a lot of points, but sometimes you might need to just take shots. There's a lot of stretches where I was looking at Jimmy Butler and saying, why isn't he going in? You have Alex Caruso on you, and you look to pass it. Go into the basket. If you don't make it, you will probably get fouled, and that's fine. But you don't even take the chance, and it's like you're not going to win because everyone is cool, but Duncan Robinson isn't making his threes. So what does that mean? Someone else has to score points. I mean, it's just like this Heat team does not look like they want to, or at least Butler just doesn't seem like he wants to do stuff. I will credit Kelly Olynyk. He came off the bench, scored 24 points, literally almost led him in the point. Hey, get that man some more playing time. He looked great. Even Miles Leonard, I mean, he made his 1-3, but I mean, Duncan Robinson only made 2 threes that game. As your sharpshooter who took only 7. He's a sniper, and he took 7 threes. Better than the first game, but still, what? You guys seem like you just didn't take a lot into, planning after the first game. Like Jay Crowder, 2 for 3, only missed 1 shot, but he only took 6 shots. You were only missing 1. You were hot, it seemed like, and there's still times where you just didn't want the ball. I mean, this team just looked like they just didn't want to compete a little bit on. Like, Andre Iguodala did not miss a field goal, but then he was also quiet, only shot 3 times. Like, this is upsetting because there's people like maybe Tyler Hero who only went 5 for 12, but he was getting the ball a lot. When you have role players who can probably step up and make some shots, and then they give it to someone else, I feel like you need to have more people on there. On the Lakers side, what the hell is wrong with Danny Green and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope? Honestly, like I don't understand it. You shot 1 for 8, Danny. You are a 3-and-D player, and you make 1 3 out of 8 attempts. How the hell does that happen? I don't get it. I really don't. I think it's just poor. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, same thing. You make 2 for 11. Why are you taking 11 threes if you only made 2? I get it. Like it's like no matter what they want you to shoot, but like. You missed a wide open 3 and you hit off. It wasn't even like on target. It was on the fucking backboard. I mean, I just don't get it. Alex Caruso, yeah, I mean, he wasn't great. Rondo, I think you need to take more threes, man. You're shooting great, by the way. Yeah, you only take 4 threes. You made 3 of them. You were 75% of this game. Take more. Why are we giving Danny Green and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope the threes when Rondo's 75%? Markieff Morris went 2 for 5. He was making them. I mean, 80. I honestly think if you feel like you're hot, start taking them outside. I mean, I get you because you only start 1, but I mean, I'm just saying. It's just it's upsetting to see this team. They're so good, but they only win by 10 with Bam and Adebayo's out. In my opinion, I think Bam's in this game. They probably win. And you're the Lakers with LeBron and AD, who have you're 2 of the best superstars in the whole league, and you only win by 10. It's upsetting. It really is. Because I just don't get it. I really don't. Hold on, I gotta plug my computer before it dies on me. But yeah, I don't understand it. Like how you. LeBron said it a lot. In the first game too. He said, "Hey, we did it good, but then we were up by 30, and then you guys let them come back. You weren't up by 30 this time, and you guys still let them come back. You're up by 20. Why can't you guys extend the lead? I don't care at the point if it's a blowout. It's when I'm watching a blowout, and then they come back, and I'm like, how can I defend LeBron by saying he's a GOAT, but then the same time I see it, he's on court with AD, and they both just give up points. It was back and forth. It's just upsetting because, although I know LeBron, I still think LeBron is the greatest player of all time, but at the same time, it's just like it's upsetting to see him with AD, and I feel like LeBron should have dropped 40, 50 points this game, but he has to give it to AD. I don't know. It's just upsetting to see. I mean, they did great, but like the role players and just like everything. I don't know. Also, I don't. This is weird because I was looking at Rondo. I was talking about Rondo. Can we stop calling him playoff Rondo? Like he isn't just good in general. Like Rondo is really good when it matters. Obviously, like during the season, he doesn't average that much. But if you go into the games when they're like close games or whatever, Rondo actually looks like he plays in the playoffs because he just cares when it's like in the clutch when it matters the most. And I feel like this is kind of disrespectful to say that he is that he's playoff Rondo. I feel like it's just Rondo. It's how he plays. So it's just upsetting, like I just feel like this Lakers team is, in a way, yes, they probably will win the NBA Finals, but I don't know if they deserve it. And I'm gonna be out very clearly. I don't know if this team actually wins against other teams because they just look pitiful. They're playing one star. You have two superstars. I get your role players aren't as good, and they have it, but you guys are dropping. I mean, Rondo dropped 16. Kuzma did. I mean, he's dropping 11. He didn't great, but still, like it's just upsetting. And that's another thing, Kuzma. You have your ex. I don't know how that ended, right? And I'm not gonna like go into those, but like I feel like if I was playing in front of my ex and like against my ex's boyfriend, I would try a little bit harder to go off. Like obviously you're playing with LeBron and AD, so like get it, like you can't like go off. But like 11 points, really on bad shooting. Shoot, I just feel like you'd maybe try a little bit harder. This is my opinion. I mean, just my opinion. I really hope Bam comes back next game because I actually think they can take a game or two. I think they can take a game, maybe not two. I think they can take a game if Bam comes back. I wouldn't play Goran Dragic if I'm being honest. But I think if Bam does come back, I think he if he just drops 10, 11 points, they probably win. I think if he drops 10 points, they win because Jimmy Butler's going to take some stupid shot and probably make it because he's a clutch player. But I mean, it's just pitiful, in my opinion, to see the Lakers only win by 10 when you have last game, they win by almost 20 points. And Bam played that game. I don't know, man. It's upsetting because this is how the season's going to end, and we don't know when the season is going to come back. It's just disappointing because I just don't understand it. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. It's just sad though. This is the finals that we're watching, and it's not even good finals. I think, I was upset when the Bam got injured, but I was like, all right, maybe, at least then we're gonna be able to see like LeBron just go off or AD just go off for 40, 50 points, and then drop like obviously they're still going off because 33 and 36 points is a lot still, but it's just like, 32 points for AD, which again he only scored 2 points in the fourth quarter. How you scored 15 in the third and then you only scored 2? I just feel like you just take the step off, and it's like, why? Like if LeBron's gonna score, cool, but like if he's not, get in there. You guys weren't like, it's like 8 or 9 straight like field goals in the fourth. Guys, you're the best team in the league. You guys are proving that you guys are probably winning the NBA Finals, but you guys look like you're the third or fourth best team. It's just upsetting. Obviously, because I just want to see good basketball. If you blow them out, cool. Just please, like, make it, like, drop 50, drop 40. Blow them out. Just make it, cool. But it's just, like, it's cool to see this team fight the Heat, and I feel bad for them because I know Jimmy Butler really wants to win, and I'm a fan of Jimmy Butler. I love what the Heat culture looks like this year. Like, it actually looks like the Heat culture that we should all know and love. And like Butler played 45 out of 48 minutes. I mean, he played as much as he could, and that's why I'm kind of upset because he only took 17 shots in 45 minutes. I'm glad he got 13 assists. I mean, he showed that he could be a playmaker, but it's just the same time, I feel like if your teammates aren't really making I feel like at the same time, if you're gonna be the number one guy, then you got to score, 30 plus. Like you got to keep up with. I think if you're gonna if you can get 10 assists, cool, but try to keep up with LeBron or AD in a 30-point range. I mean, I just feel like you got to do something, because at the end of the day, you're trying to prove that you can be the second option in a winning team. For anyone who comes into Miami, DeMar, Giannis, who knows? I'm just saying, and obviously he's kind of proven that, but like the Lakers just aren't playing good. So like, I think in a better team, he probably lose by more. So it's just trying to figure that out. I think Kelly Olynyk did prove that he's going to get a lot more playing time though. Again, this is a ramble. I didn't script anything. I'm looking at my phone, so I'm all over the place. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I'm just looking at stats. I'm just looking at talking about stuff. To be honest though, I think the Heat. I mean, you're not gonna stop LeBron or AD from going out for 30 in the finals. It's not gonna happen, But what you can do is stop everyone else. Dwight, you were doing good in the first quarter, then you kind of went like silent. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at seeing what they can do. I mean, they played good, but you gotta stop Rondo. You gotta step on those threes. I mean, literally, if you're letting Rondo just shoot open threes or even like not really that contested, he's gonna make them. I know he's not a great 3-point shooter, but he's proving in the playoffs that he is. He's shooting over 40% from three. That means you got to guard up. And then there's one play there in the beginning where they just like LeBron was just bringing it up and they just let him bring it up. What? How are you gonna let LeBron bring it up and then just not guard him on 3-point line? Look, I get it. You can say whatever you want about 3-point percentage, and how he's not a good 3-point shooter. But I'll tell you right now, any of those players in the NBA, no matter how bad their 3-point percentage is, probably will make an open shot 3 at the top of the key. That is one of the easiest shots in the league. And he was wide open, and he's LeBron James. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So this is the finals that we get. I thought this would be more interesting. Obviously, the injuries are playing a big factor in it, but at the same time, it just seems like the Lakers are kind of coasting. And I get it. I don't get it actually. I really don't. And I hope that they change it for Game 3 because like it's just not fun to watch sometimes. But I guess like I'm gonna say that right now, the Lakers are probably gonna sweep them or maybe win in 5. I think AD is probably gonna be winning Finals MVP, just because he's going off. But at the same time, LeBron put up more points than him. He's 9 rebounds, 9 assists. I mean, he's popularity wise. LeBron's probably doesn't have it. But it would be kind of cool to see AD win it. I really hope that AD does stick with the Lakers and this team would be cool. They're gonna have a little bit of money to make in the offseason to maybe add another guy. Who knows? I'm gonna try to do this more often, like every finals game, and honestly, maybe even like NFL. I don't know. We'll see if I want to just grab a microphone and talk to people because I'm bored. Better than doing anything else, doing nothing. So, yeah. Keys for the Heat to win. Jim Butler needs to get the ball in his hands and just score. Don't be too passive. Hopefully you get Bayman a ball back. He can probably give you a good 10, 14, 15 points, and then I think you win that game. Lakers wise, I mean, yeah, guard up on the 3-point line. They're really good on the 3-point line. They try 40%. They're going to shoot that, and that's how they win games. So you got to guard up on that. I think you can leave the paint open a little bit because Dwight Howard's obviously going to go out there. So I think you can run like a 4-1, and I think you'll be fine. That's what I would do. But obviously, like I don't know, I'm not an NBA head coach. I'm just a guy with a microphone in college. So yeah, I think that's what it is. Also, guys, I was seeing people like slander J.R. Smith, like he shouldn't get in or anything. J.R. Smith is a good player. I mean, he's not great, but he's good. And I think Danny Green's shooting 1 for 8. And yeah, he had some good defense, but like 1 for 8, he's not doing anything on the offensive side, and I think that's a problem. Because that means he won't pass it to him and he won't make it. Yeah, good. I mean, it just this team is the opposite of what happened in Game 1. I think if this continues, they might lose a game. And you know what? They could lose too. And then, in my opinion, it just it hinders the win in a little bit because I'm like, he didn't have these people. So who knows? If Gordon plays, they win. If Bam just plays, they probably win this game. Or and if people come out and say that, oh, the Lakers is playing good competition, why? That doesn't mean anything. You play your competition, you can lose, blow them out, beat them. But hopefully the Lakers, LeBron says in game one, you learn more from a win than you did a loss. Hopefully they learn a lot more. They can come back game 3 and we can see a blowout, because I would rather see that than whatever I watched here. It was just not good. And I hate that this is the last basketball we're going to watch until Christmas to January, maybe February. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, if let us like it, please, so more people can see it. And then if more people see it and more people like it, then I'll do this more often. And then honestly, at the same time, subscribe if you want to see more of these also, because it'll be cool. And hopefully, we do some more. We see better in NBA Finals. I'll probably back on Sunday talking about the NFL, and I guess also the NBA Finals, because they have it at Sunday. So thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.